Yo, what it do, YouTube? It's your boy Geek Samurai coming to you back with another video, man. In this video, I want to do my season 8 episode 4 review. When you think the last episode really got you, man, Game of Thrones stepped it up, D&D stepped it up, and they got me again, bruh. What an episode. What a beating this blow took for me, man. Okay, so we start off the episode. We see that everybody's in Winterfell. We see Daenerys, we see Jon, we see Tyrion, we see Varys, we see Grey Worm, we see Missandei, we see all of the Northern Sansa. The only person that wasn't there for this part of the beginning of the episode was Arya. She was nowhere to be found. You know, Arya is always somewhere lurking around somewhere. That's her thing. So first we see that all the Northerners are burying the dead, or the people who didn't make it out of the Great War. The Night King is gone, so now we must bury and burn the dead. So Jon comes out. He steps out. He starts giving a speech about, you know, these were the men. These were the men and women who who were the shields of the realm, and how they gave their lives coming together to fight for a greater purpose. And that was to be able to defeat the Night King and defend the long night. You know what I'm saying? So we finally get this epic, you know, dialogue from Jon. And after that, one of the Northerners gave him a torch. And he goes to bury the bodies. Daenerys gets one. I think Grey Worm gets one. And they go and they bury the dead. We see Jorah on the slab. We see, you know, Lady Mormont. We see Dolores, Ed, Beric. I was so sad. Out of all the deaths, even Theon. Out of all the deaths, Beric was one that really hit home for me, man, because my prediction was I wanted Beric to give the kiss of life to Daenerys. That's what I wanted. But I thought the Night King was going to live past, you know, the Battle of Winterfell as well. So if the Night King killed Daenerys, I wanted Beric to be the one to bring her back. But when he got killed and then the Night King got killed, I was like, all right, this is going to be something different. But that doesn't mean that my queen could still, you know, she could still bite the bullet. So we see Daenerys, we see her crying over Jorah, you know what I'm saying, as she's about to light his torch to burn his body. She really misses him. She really misses. This man really loved her, but she couldn't love him back. And she goes into that further on in the episode. And we see Sansa crying over Theon. She really cares about Theon. And then after she's pouring her tears and her guts out, that he's finally gone, she can't believe it. She takes out a Stark pin and puts it into one of his armors that he was wearing, which is the Ironborn armor. So she puts the Stark pin on that, and that should be he's really a Stark. She acknowledged the fact that he's really a Stark. He's one of them. And they finally burn his body. They burn all of their bodies, and they step back and just watch it. And then it goes into the next scene where after they just burn their bodies, it's nighttime now. Everybody's made their way out beyond the wall of Winterfell. Now they're back into Winterfell. They're in the Great Hall, and everybody's just drinking, you know, drinking all their sorrows and pains away. And I get that. You just burn all these bodies. It's so hard and frustrating. So you burn all these bodies. You know what you got to do? Drink it all away. It's hard, but it's an outlet. It's a human emotion. You got to get it out. So we see Jon in the middle, sitting in the Great Hall. We see Daenerys on the right side, our right, his left. We see Sansa on the right side of him, on the left side of him. And then we see, you know, everybody from Tormund Giantsbane to Brienne of Tarth and Jaime and Tyrion. Everybody's drinking, you know, playing games, drinking games, laughing, having a good time. But now we start to see this tension between Jon and Daenerys. You know, they're giving toasts. They're saying thank you to everybody. Thank you to Arya for being the hero. Everybody, Tormund, he has his horn full of liquor, giving all of the praise and accolades to freaking Arya for being the hero. The whole hall is lit. But we still see this friction between Danny and John, and it had me on the edge of my freaking couch, bruh. Facts, because she knows that he's the rightful heir to the throne, but she wants to keep it a secret, and we're going to go later into it. So the next, what's happening now is that we see Gendry. He was sitting there talking with the Hound, looking for Arya. Where's Arya? Where's she at? So the next thing we see, he gets up. He's gonna go look for Arya. Daenerys spots him, and she says, "So you're Gendry?" And he stops in his tracks, and he says, "Yes, Your Grace, I am." So that means that you're the last Baratheon of House Baratheon. Because Robert, we know he died. His fat ass died. But Stannis and Renly are dead. So who's watching Storm's End? Who's watching that? And he says, I don't know. Nobody in the hall, nobody in the Great Hall could actually give that answer. Who runs it now? There's no ruler. So she raises her glass and pronounces him Lord Baratheon of Storm's End. And he's like, oh, really? Thank you, my lord. Thank you, my lady. Thank you, Your Grace. I really appreciate that. I couldn't believe that. So he's there shaking Samuel Tarly and everybody else's hands. And Sam's giving him the well done speech and everything. And Danny's, good job. She's going there looking at Tyrion to the left of her saying, yo, see, you're not the only one who's clever. And then you see Tyrion looking over at Sansa. All right, so after that, I like this part right here. Tormund is just praising Jon. Yo, you're such a little wee lad, but he's strong. And who could believe that this little man could ride a dragon? A fucking dragon. It was crazy to see. It was great to see. And then you see Daenerys in the back just hearing all the stories and everything. How he got murdered and he came back. And it's like, yo, the people, the way they look, she started to be happy for him. But in her mind, she's like, yo, these people, they believe in him. They rally behind him. What am I going to do? How am I going to compete with that? You didn't want to be king in the north. They made you king in the north. You didn't want to be lord and commander. They made you lord and commander. How is Daenerys Stormborn, who she has such a strong personality, how can she compete with that? Her way of convincing people that she's queen is by force, by her dragons. You know what I'm saying? Jon just has a way with people. He's not just a strategic commander or a ruler or a leader on the battlefield. This guy has a temperament about him. And even Varys says that later on. Varys, whatever. He says it later on when he's talking to Tyrion at Dragonstone. Jon he's temperament and he's been measured. These people, and he's been found wanting. These people like Jon. And it's just, throughout the whole episode, Danny doesn't even know what to do. So she leaves the hall. Everybody's getting drunk. You know what I'm saying? She's depressed. She don't know what to do. She's contemplating over this. Everybody's getting drunk, smashing, having sex. She goes to his chamber and she's like, yo, Jon, I know that you are the rightful heir to the throne, but why can't we keep this between us? I was so happy before you even told me this. Why did you have to tell me? You didn't have to tell me. We were in such a good place. What's wrong with you? I know you got this whole honesty thing, but damn it, Jon, why can't you just lie? That goes all the way back from season 7, episode 7, when Jon does not know how to lie or keep a secret. He has to live by his honest code. That's his decree. He must be honest man at all times, or else what's the whole point of even living? What's the whole point of even, you know what I'm saying? So I get that. But dude, you got to understand that Danny and yourself could be happy, bro. Y'all could be happy ruling. She'll be the queen, and you'll just be the warden in the north. And y'all be good. But Jon can't do that, man. He got to get it out. So then I love this part. They're talking in their own room, and we see everybody else getting drunk and having sex with hoes and whores and everything. I love the fact that Jaime went. They were playing that game with Tyrion and everything, the drinking game. You know, ask your questions, and if you're right, you have to drink. But now we see Jaime. We see that Brienne, she went to her room. She's ready to go to sleep, whatever. And we see freaking Jaime enter. He said, yo, you got to drink. He enters her chamber. You got to drink. You didn't finish drinking. I'm here to make sure we finish the game. And then we just start to see them like undressing each other, taking off their shirt and everything, drinking a little bit more. And freaking Jaime finally makes love for the first time in his life to Brienne, to the woman that he really loves. It was just a great thing to see because, you know, they've had that love going on all the way back to season 5, season 4. They've had that love for each other ever since Jamie lost his arm, and it was just a beautiful thing to see, man. Because let me tell you, ah, we knew for a while that they were gonna get together, and it finally happened, and I just love that scene. So I'm glad that Jamie was able to, climb Mount Brienne and tame that tall woman, boy. Woo! And she's a virgin too. Hey, what better way to get that Lannister lion cocky? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about. So it was a good thing to see that. And then we see Genji. I like this scene. We see Genji looking for Arya. He finally found Arya, and he's like, "Yo, I love you. I'm just been pronounced Lord Ruler of Storm's End. I'm now Lord Baratheon. I'm no longer Genji." And he kisses her and everything. And she said, "I'm happy for you. Congratulations." He says, "Well, I love you. Would you come with me and live with me? I don't even know anything about this stuff, but I know I could get by if you're by my side." So he gets on one knee. He's like, "Would you be my wife? Would you be my lady?" That was the wrong word to say, bruh. Because Arya starts, she kneels down and she goes up to him and says, "Yo." She kisses him and she says, and she pulls him back up. "Get off your knees, man. I am not a lady. That's not me. Congrats, and I'm happy for you, but I'm out." And she just leaves him. She leaves him to go back and shoot arrows. And Gendry's like, "Damn, what do I do now? What did I do?" But I knew that Daenerys, my queen, my Daenerys Stormborn, was gonna make this man, Lord Baratheon of Storm's End. I knew it, and I'm happy for him. That was a good send off for him. He's on his way. He's taking his people to go live his life. That's what's up. And there's a lot of women and hoes, you know what I'm saying? He could find another woman, but he really loves Arya. Hey, she just wanted to jump that bone, bruh. She hit it and quit it, and you're gone. Yo, that rhymes. But I'm just so happy at the fact that, he get his own land. He finally gets recognition. He's not a bastard. Just like Jon is not a bastard. He finally gets that perfect send-off. And now he could be his own king, his own lord, have his own land, his own castle, and live good. You can get all the women you want. You can impregnate all your women. So what? Arya is just not that type of woman to be, "Oh, my lady this," and wear them fancy dresses and all that. She is a hitman. She is a merc for hire. That is a fact. I love the next scene that we about to get into because this scene was very near and dear to me as well. Now we see that they're in this scene where they're talking about strategically what they're gonna do. We see Daenerys, we see Missandei, we see Grey Worm, we have Arya, we have Sansa, we have Jon, we have Varys. I love this because now they're talking about what are we gonna do now to get Cersei off the throne. How could we get her off the throne and persuade the people of the capital that I am the rightful queen? This is everybody trying to do. And we see that friction. Sansa's on one side of the table, Dany's on the other side, and they're going back and forth. Dany's like, "I'm ready to go now." Sansa's like, "Yo, I have to talk to the officers. I don't think the troops are ready yet to just mount up and get on their horses and go." And Jon has to come. He has to be that bridge in between both of them. Be like, y'all need to cut the shit. Cut it out. Get along. And it's hard for Sansa to get along with Dany. So Jon's like, "Yo, my queen saying that she's ready for these troops to be ready. We're gonna fall out with her. I don't want to hear that. I'm tired. What my queen wants, we go. Because in Dany's mind, the stronger her enemy waits, the stronger they become, and she wants to pounce on that now. So Jon already knows that he's ready to go with the army, with the Knights of the Vale and the other northern men to go down south to fight this battle. So I love to see so much because Sansa is torn between wanting to align herself with Dany or wanting to hate her. She don't know. And we seen that in episode 2 of season 8 where, they were sitting together. It looked like they were about to become best friends. And then it just, what about the North? Like, what about the North? So it's crazy because even Varys is looking at all of this talking and arguments going back and forth. He really don't know if Daenerys is right for the throne, and it looked like he's ready to betray her. And I think that's gonna happen. We see that later on because now Dany sets sail with her dragons. She goes. The next scene is that she goes to check on Rhaegal. He's still healing up from that last battle. You see that his wings are still torn. They got holes in it, but they look like he's eating a lot of goat and a lot of sheep. Drogon is all right. So we see Rhaegal take off first, and he's flying off, which is a great thing. I love that. He looks like he's about to get back to 100%. And we see Dany get on Drogon, and now they're ready to go. This looks like it's in the morning, and now they're ready to go down south. So they go back to Dragonstone, and it's good to see that Rhaegal is getting healthy. He's going back home. He has more, because they don't like the North. Those dragons do not like the North. It's cold. It's all type of junk. But the heat in their bodies keep them warm, so they can survive the cold. But I want to go to Dragonstone. It's more roomy. It's sunshine. I could be by the water if I want to. I could fly around all day. I could spread my wings and go to sleep. Do whatever I want to do. So we finally see the rest. I guess half of the Unsullied, half of the Dothraki. Oh, well, we don't even visually we don't see the Dothraki, but I'm pretty sure half of the army is still alive, or if not half of the Unsullied. That's the only army that Danny has left, plus the Northern Men and the Knights of the Vale. But it doesn't take Danny that long to set sail on her ships to go to Dragonstone, because she has Drogon. She can get there very fast. So we finally see them approach Dragonstone, and all of a sudden, what do you see, bro? What do you see? Euron Greyjoy is waiting on the water by the beach. He's hiding behind some rocks or whatever, looking for Danny, waiting for Danny. As soon as he sees the dragon, all you see is those freaking big ass long spears come out of his ships, and you see Rhaegal get hit with like two of them in the chest, and then one in the head, one in the face, and you see him go down and he died. I was like, what? I lost my shit. I was like, are you serious? You killed Rhaegal? Oh, Jon is not even on him. What if Jon was on him? Jon is on horseback, but now that he found out that his dragon is dead and gone, oh my gosh, bruh. So he died. Rhaegal officially died, and he crash lands into the ocean, into the beach. He goes right down and he dies and he drowns. Oh my God. You should see Danny's face. She doesn't do anything. All she does is just tie up her hair. You know how y'all ladies do, y'all tie up y'all hair. Earrings come off. Danny grabs onto the back, onto the scales or the horns of freaking Drogon, and she's charging at Euron. She's going ham. Don't get my girl Danny Stormborn mad. And don't get her mad. She charges, man. She charges. And all you see is Euron reload his spears. And he's about to just lay her out. So Danny sees the spears coming. She diverts it. She goes away. She goes back to her troops. And all we see is Danny's just pissed. Because this is Cersei doing it. This is Cersei using Euron to go and try and kill the dragon. So you know Qyburn got his little ears, little whisperers or whatever. Fine, the news gets back to him that, yeah, one of the dragons went down. They took out, Euron didn't just take out the dragon. He took out the rest of the Unsullied ships and their fleet. And everybody's just trying to swim back to freaking Dragonstone, on the beach of Dragonstone. But we finally see that Missandei's missing. So not only did Euron take out the ships, but he probably hopped on one of the ships that Grey Worm was on, because, you know, Grey Worm jumped out of the ship, Tyrion, Varys, and they all had to swim to the beach of Dragonstone. But Missandei's missing. Bro, all you see in the next scene is Cersei getting the news that Danny's dragon was killed and went down, and we see that Missandei is right there. Yo. And we didn't know that. I didn't know Missandei was there until Cersei said those words. So much for breaking the wheel. And all you see is freaking Missandei captured. And you see the freaking mountain right there looking at her. I was like, yo, bro, I lost my shit, man. I lost my it. So Daenerys, she don't wait no time. She gathers the rest of Unsullied and she goes right down to King's Landing. She's marching at the gate. She is right there in the capital at the gate. And you see her, Varys, Grey Worm, Tyrion standing out with a short few amount of freaking Unsullied. There's not that much. Yo. And then Cersei's on top with the mountain with Qyburn. And you see Missandei perched up on top. Yo. So what Cersei does, she sends Qyburn out to go talk. And you see Tyrion, he's walking, he steps out, he starts approaching and walking towards Qyburn. And he's trying to tell your queen Qyburn, tell her that Daenerys is going to light this whole kingdom up. And innocent people, women and children, are going to die. And you don't like to hear the sound of children dying. Bruh. Qyburn's like, yo, my queen is not going to bow down. The only thing that we know is the sword. That's what we live by. That's what we do. There's not too much talking involved. So Tyrion wasn't getting through the Qyburn. So here's what happened. Tyrion approached the actual gate. He approached the actual gate, bruh. And Cersei, you had the bow and arrows ready. Cersei puts up her hand, and then she's like, nah, I don't want to kill you. So after that, Tyrion's trying to convince her, like, come on, Cersei, think about your children. I know you love them more than you even love Jaime, more than you love me. But come on, be reasonable. This woman has a dragon. She's going to burn the whole capital. We don't want that. So Cersei's just like, yeah, I hear what you're saying, little brother, but I don't like you. And then she looks up at Daenerys, and then all she could say is, yo, she looks over at Missandei. Any last words? All you see is Missandei say, Dracarys. Oh, and I thought Dany was already on the dragon about to light their asses up. Nah, but you see Cersei turn around like this and look at the mountain, and the mountain takes out his sword, cuts off Missandei's head. I was pissed. I was pissed about Rhaegar dying, but Missandei, bro? Missandei of North? Oh my gosh, man, that got me, son. You see, Guerrero is like, he's like, oh my God. Oh. And then you see Dany and all of her rage, baby. All of her rage. She just turns around and charges like she about to get up on Drogon. And she going to say Dracarys, and she going to light up all of them. So now, I'm telling you right now, the opening scene for next episode, Season 8, Episode 5, is going to be her on that dragon lighting up King's Landing. But of course, by that time, Jon is going to already be down in King's Landing. And he's going to find out about Rhaegar. Yo, Cersei is so heartless, bro. She don't give a shit. She don't give a shit, man. Oh, what a way to end that episode, bro. What a way to end the episode. And I am just stricken by the fact that I'm shocked at the fact that, you know, Missandei and Rhaegar, they had to go out the way. I thought they were going to die like in the battle or in the heat of the battle. But for her to get captured like that, yo, it just happened so fast, bro. So anyway, guys, let me know what y'all think. I wanted to give you my full recap of this episode. I'm totally feeling it. I'm actually keeping it short right now because, you know, your boy gotta get some sleep. But I wanted to bring y'all this full recap of Season 8, Episode 4. Oh, my gosh. Episode 5 is about to be lit, bro, and I just cannot wait. I don't like Dany to be called the Mad Queen, but I love when she has that fierce look on her face and that determination. She gonna get on her dragon. She gonna light up everybody. I love that. You know, that's how she rules. She rules with her dragons. I mean, she's a kind person too, and that's why she had Missandei. That's why she has Tyrion. That's why she has Varys. So she knows to be, okay, I can't be angry all the time. I gotta be, you know, I gotta be more subtle. I gotta be more temperament and everything. And this is why Varys is talking to Tyrion before they even went down to King's Landing. Varys this whole time is trying to be honest with Tyrion and find out what's the best solution to see who sits on the Iron Throne. And that's how Varys is he's always been like that. I'm gonna pick the right person who I think is gonna sit on that Iron Throne and really look out for people who need to feed their kids and who wants to live their life. So I really think that Tyrion is like, yo, we should marry. He said it more than once. We should marry Dany and Jon. That's how it should be. And they both can rule. Dany and Aegon together. That's a beautiful thing. What I am disappointed in, though, I'm disappointed that we didn't get to find out. I thought by this episode we get to find out that Dany's pregnant. I don't know. I mean, I think they're saving that at the end. Maybe the season finale where we get that dream of spring. But I thought by now she'll be pregnant. I predicted that she was even going to fight in the Battle of Winterfell. And it was going to be it was going to be freaking Aegon on Drogon or Rhaegar. It didn't matter. He was going to be on one of the dragons fighting the Night King by himself. We didn't get that. So I'm thinking that they're going to lean towards after this last war, when Cersei finally goes down and Jon is going to be the one that's going to be sitting on that throne. Maybe Dany might die in this battle with Cersei. They both might die. I think that's when we're going to finally see that she's pregnant and she's going to give birth to the baby. She's probably going to die in childbirth or in the battle. I'm predicting she's going to die giving childbirth, just like her mother died giving childbirth, just like Jon's mother died giving him childbirth. And Aegon's going to sit on that throne with his new baby. That's what I'm predicting. I'm sticking to that. Jon's going to be sitting on that Iron Throne in King's Landing with the damn baby. And I'm excited to see that. I hope it's twins. I'm looking forward to that. Anyway, guys, let me know what y'all think. Please post your comments in the comment section down below. Let me know what y'all think about this episode. Was it hot? Was it not? I'm always going to bring y'all that straight fire. I'm going to keep these reviews. I'm going to keep these videos coming. I love Game of Thrones, and now we're only down to 2 more episodes, guys. Can you believe it? I can't. But it is what it is, and I'm so excited at the fact that it's going to come to a conclusion. And it's going to be bittersweet. I'm just setting my mind for that now. You can't have Jon and Dany both be sitting on the throne married. Then it's not going to be bittersweet. Somebody has to die. And I think Jon is going to live because he already died. And he's supposed to have children because that was foreshadowed since season 7. All right, guys. So like, subscribe, and share Geek Samurai. And until next time, I'll see you in another video. Peace.